Hello, beautiful souls. How y'all doing? Brainy Twin Gemini here. If you're new, welcome. We love for you to be part of our soul tribe and our loving vibe. If you're returning sub, thank you so much for your likes, your love, your comments, your subs. It really warms my heart to the bottom of my heart for your trust. And I thank and love you all so very, very much. If you're new, I'm a little different. I channel energy into a journal each day. I strictly flip cards out of my own entertainment purposes, as the cards always resonate with the energy in the journal. I've been doing this since the age of 9, and some of these things that I do write down, these visions, they do come into fruition. So it's always kind of just amazes me how this stuff works. I go over a few things in my journal, leave a lot of stuff out, because it's just the element of surprise that truly amazes me. And I am to a twin, in physical reunion of my twin after going through a physical separation on this earth, the 3D world. I've written thousands and thousands of pages. These messages just come to me. I don't look for these messages. And I firmly believe I'm a messenger to debunk any of the mess, come to you with the truth, and hopefully help you find the light when sometimes there is some darkness. So I'm going to get started. The numbers that I've been seeing, I don't need to look at my journal today. Maybe I should. The numbers that I've been seeing today in the last 24 hours is this number 77. And it's very odd because I don't see that number very often, but it's, you know, you're in perfect sync with the universe, and your self-awareness is, it's more enhanced. So you're kind of walking that path of truth. 444 is a very significant number of an awakening, and I have peace. So some of you have this sense of solitude and this sense of peace. There was some fairly tough energy lately with some of these endings. So you may have felt that energy. So I have this sense of peace and solitude, but I also do have a little bit of loneliness and confusion. This is a very daunting and confusing journey. And, you know, you're always having this self-doubt and this confusion as you go through this process. You know, there are a lot of myths out there. There's a lot of, you know, untruths. One thing I will just ask you to do, and this was brought to me in July, I believe, of 2020. So when I was going through all of this awakening, and it was a forced spiritual awakening, I didn't really know what was going on because it was happening very quickly. And I'm one of these people that kind of need answers. So I would journalize this stuff, and I'd be like, where is this coming from? Like these concepts, all of this stuff, I didn't even ever hear of it. I had no idea what it was. When I write, sometimes there's this overwhelming force that takes over my hand and just writes continuously these things. And then when I go through it later, I'm like, I don't even know where I would come up with this. But one thing is the Kundalini. And the Kundalini is, you know, our energy system within us. And just if you're having some doubts, try and find the gateway. It's the gateway theory. And it was released by the CIA, and someone sent this to me, ironically, in 2020. And it just gave me peace of mind because everything that I was going through was written in there by the CIA. So sometimes the truths are kept hidden because we are truly capable of so much. When that heart energy is activated or that chakra opens up, it stimulates parts of our brain that is sleeping. And it stimulates all sorts of wonderful, wonderful things like telepathic communication and all of this energy. It's energy. We are energy. And it stimulates this most beautiful brain function that lies sleeping for so long. And that's probably, there's so many elements to awakening. But if you're feeling a little bit like this is, you know, hokey pokey, read that paper the CIA released. I believe they released it in 2003, but it was circulating on the internet in 2020. And ironically, page 25 from that report is missing, which I do have a copy of. And that generally just talks about how when you get into a deep meditative state, you can actually astral project. And they took that out of that paper. I don't know why. So that's for some of you that have some confusion, some doubt. This is all proven. This is all theory. And that sometimes it's just the truth is hidden because I don't know why. Maybe they don't want people to know what the brain is truly capable of when you get into that energetic field. And that can all be accomplished by listening to low frequency hertz music. Big spiel today, I know, because I just feel like some of you guys are doubting it, and you're getting some bottom feeding, false information. I'm merely just a messenger. As I said, I'm delivered sign syncs, and I believe these messages are meant for you. I do 4 cards, 4 being my birth number. I'm predominantly it's masculine energy that I channel energy-wise. And yeah, so just to give you, I best not. So this is what's in the masculine's heart space as of the moment. And sometimes, if the same message comes out, I cannot believe this. If the same message comes out, then it's either not being heard, and or you stumbled across it right at the perfect moment in time. So, inner child. And what is that inner child? People talk about it often. It's in general, in the earth that we live in, it's kind of defines who we are as an adult. And some of you have had a very traumatic childhood, and you've suppressed and subdued this inner child and not acknowledged it. One good thing is some of these endings are forcing new beginnings for the energy and masculine, and it's forcing them to acknowledge their inner child. And the first step is acknowledging, the second step is healing. And sometimes that inner child resurfaces time and time throughout our journey of life. And it's the inner child is truly asking for that acknowledgement. Once you acknowledge, you can naturally heal. So they're in that healing. This card comes out quite often, and it is a reminder that this truly is a miracle. You know, there are a lot of, as I said, myths and whatever else, and if that's someone's interpretation, and by no stretch of means am I going to take that away from them. There's some misguided, there's just a lot of garbage out there, and this truly is a miracle. The masculine energy views it as a miracle because they are going through this process, and this process of awakening on who they truly are. They're manifesting miracles, abundance, and they're manifesting the miracle, which is you. And they know that everything is a miracle. Nothing is a coincidence. Even though when you stumble across each other, it is at the divine time, but at the wrong time, if that makes any sense. So they view that. They desperately want to travel to you, and they want to communicate. It's ironic how I was just talking about travel. And in page 25 of the CIA about astral projection, astral travel, you could be traveling to each other in astral projection. Sometimes, and again, this is all knowledge and wisdom that has been brought forth to me. When you're unconscious, this is complex, I'll try and explain it as best I can. When you're unconscious in sleep state, you can travel outside and go to different, I don't know, different realms, let's put it that way. And you are traveling to the same realm spiritually and soully, and you're traveling to each other in that different realm, in that dimension. You'll wake up and you'll have this sense of, I feel like I've just been with my twin, and it's just this, it's very difficult to explain. If this is your journey, you'll understand. And again, it is a very complex journey, one of which many can't understand. And that's why it's best just to keep some of the things to yourself, because again, not everyone understands the complexity of this journey. I keep going to this gateway theory. Check it out. You'll be just amazed what's written in there. And again, communication. The masculine energy wants to communicate. Because the air has cleared, the storm has passed, they're doing a lot of self-reflecting and a lot of self-searching and all of this beautiful stuff. And they want to come to you and communicate. And just really truly say that they're sorry and they never meant to hurt you, but they want to truly tell you how they really feel. Okay, this is not, some people think it may be an unhealthy obsession. I can't tell you if this is truly your miracle, if this is your journey. I can't. Nobody can except for you. And this happens to all walks of life. It's not narcissistic. It's not obsessive. I've had doctors, psychiatrists, all sorts of people email me saying that the things I say completely resonate with them. You know, these are professionals. These are people that have crossed paths with this soul that just cannot escape their own soul, if that makes any sense. So I just feel like there's a lot of doubt right now, and I just have to clarify that doubt. So if they could say anything to feminine energy, it's merely just energy. We are energy. There's a lot of fascinating stuff in that paper. The research is as far back as 1969, and I don't know why they try to keep this stuff hidden. Just probably because we are capable of so much more, and I just don't want that to happen, I guess. I don't know why. I'm going to ask for 3 cards, please. Thank you. Believe this. Sorry, again, I do this for my own. Like I've said so many times, if you watch, you watch, you don't, you don't. I've been doing this for truly my own entertainment. So, I have surrendered to oneself in our love. This came out in the last message. This is true. They've just surrendered. They've let go. They're healing. And they've just like, whatever happens will happen. Have faith in our creator, universe, divine, however you resonate. They have faith and they've surrendered to the love, and they know that when it's meant to be, it will be. They've always had the same feeling, you know, and I've said this numerous times throughout many of my messages, but I do this just hopefully to help you, you know, in hopes that it will resonate and just give you some hope and faith. And when I went to my twin, and he is like, he's a biker, believe it or not. It's kind of funny how I ended up with, but anyways, we had most beautiful bubble love, and then we went our separate ways. We did our healing. We came back and we went for a coffee and we were talking, and I think I was talking about how I've been wanting to do this documentary for several years on the awakening, and I'm finally just getting to the point now where it's coming into fruition. And he said, what, on twin flames? I was like, I cannot believe he just said that. Like, I just was in shock. I was stupefied. And when I drove home, I could not stop thinking about it. It was like, how would he even, like, I wouldn't even think he would even heard of that concept. So while we were in physical separation, that, whatever, by the grace of God, that term came to him. It was crazy how he said that. I just still am amazed to this day. I'm seeing the signs and synchronicities. They're seeing all sorts of signs. They're seeing all sorts of synchronicities. But the difference is they believe that this is no longer a coincidence. As they awaken, everything that comes to them, they realize is a sacred message. And they're seeing all the signs and synchronicities. And this is so beautiful. Why? It's awakening. When you awaken, you realize, you know, much of your life, you've been, the signs and syncs, they've been coming to you, but you just are navigating life with blind eyes, with blinders on. And they're awakened, and they see it, and they know it has meaning. And I truly love it all so very much. I cannot believe this. I didn't read this out of my journal, but I leave some things out for the element of my own surprise and meditating unconditional love. The masculine energy is meditating unconditional love, not just for the twin. They're meditating unconditional love and prayers for their soul circle, their family, their friends. You know, some of them have had a tough journey in life filled with trauma and heartache and, you know, abuse. And they've come to the point where they are just radiating and meditating unconditional love. And unconditional love is loving freely without ask nor condition. You know, and that's just one of those beautiful miracles that sparks within us all when we come to each other. It is truly, truly a blessing, and it is truly, truly a miracle. And please don't let any of these bottom feeders out there destroy the faith in your heart. Because at the end of it all, as you graduate through the varying stages of awakening, near the end, you get to complete self-love, and you realize, you know what? I have so much more in my life to be grateful for. I have unconditional love, forgiveness, gratitude, all things healing, which I never had before I embarked on this journey. So when you get to the end, you just break free and surrender and realize that it's in God's hands, and what is meant to be will be. But at the end of it all, you're a far greater person, and you are in your true, authentic you, and you have a love for yourself that you never, ever had. So it's beautiful. And I feel like I'm spinning my wheels. This resonates totally with the energy. There was some terrible truths exposed, or lies exposed, and which obviously leads to the truth. And it has been fairly upsetting, and it's just creating chaos. And you feel like they feel like they're spinning their wheels, and they want you to know that. In the journey in general in life, we take 2 steps forwards, and then we take a step back, but you're always 1 step ahead. So you may feel like this sense of disruption or a little bit of anxiety, and that's because of the spinning of the wheels. So beautiful message. And now I want to give you, let's do these. So another message for you, feminine energy, and just a different type of message, different type of picture. So I'm going to ask for, 3 came out, so I'm kind of, it's either 1 or 4 have to fall out, or if 1 falls out, the next one falls out, and this one wants to fall out, so it's jumping all over the place, oh my goodness. It's 2. So let's go here. I'm going to ask for 3 cards. Thank you. That's 1 and 2. Some of you are getting up at really obscure times. If you're getting up at 3 a.m. to, I don't know, I think it's 5 a.m., there's messages that are being delivered to you. Try to keep a notepad by your bedside, and if you write it down, because there could be a message there for you. That's why I get up at 3. I don't know. I've been kind of doing this for years, getting up at these insane times. Okay, so we'll just start with this one. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Exactly that. There's a sense of loneliness, as I said. They're meditating unconditional love. And while they're doing so, they're thinking of you. And they truly do love you. And I love it. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And that's exactly it. There is no right or wrong. And every choice you make expands your understanding. Be careful of the choices that you do make. You know, I just feel that some of you are just in this rabbit hole. And I don't know. I'm hopefully, I want to put my hand down there and just hopefully pull you out. This is a journey of oneself, truly it is. And it is about restoring your faith and nothing more. Like, it truly is. And I truly want you to find the light of each other. I love this beautiful dove. The dove visits me every single day. It represents peace, harmony, maternal communication. Doves are communicators. They, you see, maybe see movies or they used to hold messages in their mouth and fly them over to others. So this to me just resonates with communication. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I love this all so much. Blessing, miracle. You may not always understand why certain things happen, and that's where the confusion, the doubt, and all of this stuff comes in. And one of those things is why? Why did this happen at this moment in my life? Things seem to be going well, and then all of a sudden this person comes in and just disrupts. They're not disrupting, they're coming in to help you awaken and heal. But a blessing will soon be revealed. And it's kind of ironic how I said that some of you may be waking up at obscure times. Keep a notepad there, because that message will be delivered soon. And that message is a message of the blessing that is soon to come, and I love it all so much. And lastly, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart. Oh, I cannot believe this. I can't believe this. Not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. I was just talking about this earlier, about the heart and how it activates beautiful energy in the brain. The heart is truly the gateway of the soul. Some of you, the noise, the poison, the venom of the mind is actually navigating your path. And the heart is meant to navigate your path in life with unconditional love and forgiveness. The mind is one of those things, it's there obviously to help you. The brain helps you move your fingers, your hands, your toes, speak, your tongue, you taste, eat, see, all wonderful, beautiful things. But what the mind is also there for is thought. And if we remain in the poisonous, venomous cycle of thought, then your journey is blocked. So always navigate your journey with the voice and the reason. The heart and the brain, believe it or not, are energy, and they are in sync. And when your heart is in sync, then it's capable of so much more. And there's studies on that as well. Okay, so what is the overall energy? I think there's if you want to again, like, I'm just here as a messenger, merely a messenger, but I feel like there's some confusion and doubt. It's called the Heart Institute, and it explains how the heart and the brain are interconnected, and how the heart can stimulate certain energy of the brain. Yeah, so check that out. If any of you are like me, I have all of this stuff written here. But when, these messages come to my journal, I often understand what they mean. So I try to look for answers. And I guess the answers come when they're meant to come. So I'm going to ask for 4 cards, please. Thank you. This is overall energy, by the way. Ask for 2 cards. Thank you so much. Okay. I cannot believe this. So, breaking free. The masculine energy is breaking free and surrendering and letting go and letting God. Just letting go and not being a prisoner of oneself. They're not chaining themselves, and it's beautiful. And as I say this, there's 2 squirrels outside chasing each other in the trees. A 5D connection. I alluded to this earlier. The astral projection, the telepathic communication. It truly does exist, folks. There's studies there, and if you're in the gateway theory, they talk about Kundalini psychosis. That's deep meditative state. And when you're in a deep meditative state and your body goes to a certain frequency, and you can literally go to different dimensions. And I feel like you are traveling to each other in an unconscious state of dreaming. So beautiful. And ascension. Ascension is ascending to your higher self. Your higher self is knowledge, and the knowledge and the truth of everything. And when you ascend to higher self consciousness, you are capable of so much more. And lastly, creativity. This is a time where your creativity is peaking, sparking, and that could be one of those things that is a message for you. Whatever your creative juices are flowing, and divine is here to support you with your creativity. It could be anything. It could be working with animals. It could be helping the homeless. It could be music. It could be poetry. It could be photography. It could be writing. It could be a number of things. And right now in this energy space, your creativity is being supported very strongly. So love that all so much. And lastly, I'm going to give you this. I love these. I love the artwork. I love artwork, but I'm not artistic at all. Even my stick people don't look like stick people, but I do have a great appreciation for art. So, overall energy, 4 cards, please. I just wanted to stand up. I cannot believe this. Okay. It's 2. No, it's 3. I'll take it. I'm going to ask for 3 cards. I can't believe this either. I can't. Okay. Overall energy. 1 card, please. 1 card. Thank you so much. So rates 2. Has to be 1. 1 card, please. Can't believe this healer one. I think I should go to my journal today. I love it. Okay, so beautiful. Number 51, healer of all ages. I love this so much. It's such a beautiful message. So many of you are natural healers, and you don't even realize that. But many of you, I feel, and again, what resonates, what doesn't. Just pack away in your pocket what doesn't. Are healers, and there's prayers for healing for someone in your family, and those heals, or those prayers for healing, are very, very strong, and they're very, very powerful. And you are just healing naturally with the love that you have in your heart. And you heal each other naturally. And I should read it. I have written in my journal how literally I pray for the healing every single day of everyone in this world, from darkness into light. Because some of us are in, internal or eternal darkness. And every single day there's a prayer of healing. And many of you are healers, and you don't even realize it. And that could be your creativity. You have a way to heal. Storm warning, number 10. This storm warning is, this journey is about storms. But after every storm, storms do pass. And there's something and I don't know who this message is for. This is, just be careful. And, there may be some specific storm or some deep truth exposed, but just know that it's a warning. And that could be that message that's been given, but that you need to write down. So you get very powerful messages at that time, of those times in the morning. So it could just be a warning, just to tell you, to cut ties with something that's not working, that is just bringing you down to a lower vibration, drama. It could be coworkers, it could be a lot of things. And it's just a warning, to wake you up, to be awakened to some form of insight or communication that's going to come to you. So it's just a warning. I love this card. I don't know why I love it, but it says financial constraints, but I have financial abundance specifically written in my journal today. And financial abundance is here. And that's one of those things that, the more you have to know this is true. Sometimes you can think something and it happens right away. I'll give you an example. I don't know what made me think of this. It was several years ago, and I'm on my way to work, and I'm like, I have a flat tire. I didn't know. I wasn't even looking at it. I go out, sure as shit, there was a flat tire. So I almost like I manifested that flat tire. But the one good thing is it was flat in the driveway. It wasn't flat, dry, like, on the highway type thing. And there's power into manifestation and meditation. And if you keep worrying about financial constraints and whatever debt you have, believe it or not, you're bringing it more. Financial abundance is here. And that's one of those things that you have to focus on. It will all work out. It truly, truly will. If you say financial abundance is here, and take the focus away from the financial constraints and just don't care. I know it's hard, but financial abundance is here. So whatever constraints, and it's a message also to just not to focus and dwell upon it. Financial abundance and constraints is merely just a label. It doesn't measure who you truly are. Your worth is infinite. It's so beautiful, and your soul is infinite and it's eternal. So focus on those types of things. And gratitude and cornucopia, number 11. This is what I feel is because it's number 11, and I did see that number frequently. It was driving me nuts when my twin and I were together, and then we weren't together. It was just one of those things. I see like all the fruits of your labor coming. It's a twin flame, it's abundance, it's light, it's butterflies. There's a butterfly here. It's rebirthing, resurrecting into who you truly, truly are and who you're meant to be. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful message. So that is, hopefully, that gives you some solitude and some peace of mind if you're doubting, okay? And lastly, I want you to take this beautiful message with you today and tonight, this morning, wherever you may be on this beautiful planet we call Earth. And that one just wanted to fly out of there. So it says, you are a beautiful and sensitive soul. Love's objective is to help you remember who you truly are, an eternal being of light on a path to ever greater love. And that is so true. It's to help you remember who you truly are, who you are meant to be, an eternal being of light. And I don't know how this stuff comes out the way it comes out, because I just said some are in eternal darkness, and that's no way to live. You're meant to live in the light of oneself. And when you do, and you're in love, you'll see how the magic happens right in front. It'll unfold right in front of your eyes. So that's all I have for you today, folks. Again, thank you so much for all the love, the likes, the subs, the comments. If any part of this resonates, just hit the notification bell, like, comment, subscribe. We love to hear your comments. So have a great day, folks.